Everybody. I can see people have started joining in. If you guys can see me properly and hear me properly, just if you could comment it down below so that I know. Hi, everyone. Can everybody hear me properly? Hi, Vinita. I'm good. I'm good. So I'm audible and you're able to see me properly and everything so that we can start. How are you, Vinita? Hi, Swati. Okay. So people can hear me. Great. Great. So today we are back with another tutorial. So what we are doing is while we were doing Craft Angles release, a lot of you had asked, that I do some light tutorials using our products. So we are trying to do, kind of a weekly thing where me or one of my designers, we come and do projects for you all and we kind of showcase Craft Angles products in live. And depending on their expertise, it could be a decoupage project, watercolor, mixed media, card making, etc. etc. Hi, Parvati. So today we will be doing a mixed media project, and before I get into it, I'll just move my camera perspective. This is the project that we did last Wednesday, where we made these posters. Now here we use transfers, and we discuss a lot of techniques around this, even though we just made posters. So in case you have missed out on this live, you can definitely check this on Handmade YouTube channel or my YouTube channel, wherever you guys can look at it. It's also available on our Facebook pages. Also, last Saturday, we did a live with Parvati where we did a mixed media project that also is recorded and saved. So you can definitely check that out as well. The details of that are again present on our Instagram handle, which is Craft Angles. So on Craft Angles Instagram, you can see that where we created that mixed media project. Hi, Mona Lisa. So today, since Father's Day is just around the corner, I thought I'd do some mixed media, but I decided to make a project for my father. So we'll kind of combine techniques where we'll combine Father's Day gift as well as a mixed media technique for you all. So before this is the art journal book that we will be altering. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you a travel journal that I had made. So this is a travel journal which I had made like 4 5 years back. The tutorial for this is available on my YouTube channel. And I'm using the same concept and making a comparatively bigger journal for my father because since Father's Day is just around the corner and he enjoys writing down his thoughts or some good quotes, etc. I thought that this journal would be perfect gift for him, and what better than to make something handmade for him. So the same concept that I have used to make this travel journal, I have used here. So how this journal looks is this is how it opens up, and then inside you have kind of three booklets. Okay. And as you can see, this is the one which I use for my travels, and I have already started using one of it. So this is how you can remove and just take an individual book while you are traveling and then come back and put it in your booklet and something like that. You can definitely do that. So this is the journal, and I can see that my team has added the link to the tutorial. So those of you who are interested on how I made this journal, it's already available on my YouTube channel. You can check on how this is made. I'm using the same concept to for today's journal. And this is one of the inserts of that journal, which I had used to, create journaling pages using all these are craft angles journaling supplies, which I had used, when I was traveling, and I had made this complete book. So this is the book. This is the tutorial which we will find on my YouTube channel. And what I have done is I have taken the same concept. And this is an old recipe book which I had. So I was not using it. So I decided to alter this and make a journal. So this, what I did was remove the inside pages, and then I kind of, added my pattern papers in the inside, which are same as these inserts. And then I have made this kind of a journaling book. So how this works is you have to like this book will go inside here. Okay. So this is how the insides will go in the individual journal. Hi Vaishali. Thank you, Parvati. This is one of my favorite project, these journals, and they are so good. Like that one is very vintagey. However, I love how masculine this particular one looks. Vinita, so this will take me to the same video. The link will take you to the video of the journal. So this is how it goes. And then here back we have another journal. Then what I'm going to do is further I'm going to decorate this seam with some old laces that I have. That part is pending that I'll do later on. But anyways, this was inside. The main thing that we are going to do is outside, where we'll be covering, we'll be decorating this journal. But before I start, I just wanted to show you how cool this journal looks, how vintagey, how handmade, and how anybody can remove and just take this with them while they are traveling, right? And then keep it back and uh, use it later. So I'll just remove everything again because I need this empty so that we can start on our altered mixed media project. I'll let this be. Okay. So this is how it looks. Remove this also. So if you have an old book which has like this kind of sturdy backing, you can definitely use that. In my tutorial, which I have shared, this I have made from scratch. So this is actually pattern paper which I am used. However, you can also use an old book as well. Thank you, Parvati. Yeah, these papers are very grungy, like one of our first release of paper called Wanderer Collection. And they were perfect, for a masculine project. So that is why I decided to use those. So now some things that I have already prepped and kept. So this I have already, gessoed. So this base is already gessoed. Here are some of the embellishments that I'm going to use. Everything is already primed with Craft Angles white gesso. So this is what I have used. And this is going to be the focal point for my project. So this is my father's picture, his childhood picture, which I decided to, kind of use that as a focal point of his diary. And what I have done is you can see this raisin-like finish on top of it, right? So I have die cut this using our circle dies. So what I have done is I got this printed on a photo paper. Then I die cut it using a circle die. And then I have stacked a couple of circle dies on top of it to create like a frame. And then I have colored this using our patina paste. So if I see, okay, here it is, patina paste. And this raisin-like finish is actually liquid glaze. So this is the Parvati, you're right. So this is liquid glaze, which has given this raisin-like finish. So this is a great raisin alternative. If you are not into raisin crafts, you can definitely use this to get raisin-like finish rather than liquid glaze. So this is going to be my focal point, which I have already prepped. Like this takes a day to dry out. So that is why, I'm using this. And now the next thing which I also wanted to show you was some of the molds that I have used, because again, we get this questions a lot that which molds have you used. So these are all the molds that I have used with clay, and these are all by Prima. They are all available on handmade website. So these are some of them that I own. They are my personal favorites, and this is what I'll be using as embellishments. And apart from that, I'll also be using things like this is a nail, or I think the steel nail that I had. And then this is an old clip that I had. So I'm going to use things like that as well. It's not just going to be clay embellishments. So these products are available online. The supplies are available online on our website. And so, you can check our website. I'll just ask someone to give the link to the our website. Thank you, Mona Lisa. They were dirty. I had washed some of them are still dirty. But yeah, I think I've used them 4 or 5 times only. So more I'll use, I think they'll get dirty even more. So without further wait, we'll start, with our actual project. But I just wanted to, show you what all stuff I have prepped, etc. So first things first, what I'll do is I'll also show you like how I create layouts. So this is the layout that I have created. Okay. And I have taken a picture of this because I wanted to, again, not do a new layout every time. So whenever you're creating layout, always remember that once, you are happy with how the layout looks, take a picture of it. And then later on, you can use this picture as a reference point to stick your actual products. It can be anything, any 3D objects that you are using. So this I'll keep it as a reference on the side of my desk, and we'll use this to create the layout. Now, first thing that I'll do is I'll start doing the background first, which on top of which the molds will go. So I use this old newspaper stamp. Yes, I'll just keep my phone. I'm using this old newspaper stamp. This is by Craft Angles. Okay, and I'll use this waterproof ink pad. Same here, Parvati. I'm sure I'll also end up doing some changes. That is why I've, prepped some extra items as well in case I change the layout a bit. But you can always keep this as a reference and, use it as a like an idea because it really helps. So now what you can see me doing is I'm just stamping, and again, I am not putting like I'm not making sure that I stamp perfectly. I'm putting some stamping in, I'm putting some pressure in certain areas, and I'm not putting pressure in certain areas. So it is being very random, because of which do you see this effect that I get? It looks like, somebody has stamped on top of it and then painted over it. So that is something that you can easily get using just by doing stamping, but not applying your full pressure on top of it. Whatever area that I think is going to see through, like apart from the molds, I'm kind of eyeballing in that area and stamping in those places. Okay. So I'm happy. I don't want to overdo it. I can always go back and put more if I want to. But I think I'm like, this looks good enough right now. Just put some here. That's it. So we'll keep this stamping thing aside. Yes, yes, it's one of my favorite as well. And it's very multi-purpose, like especially for masculine projects, I think this goes beautifully. Now, next I'm using this craft angle stencil. This is called Circuit, and it has this beautiful, wait, let me show you. It has this beautiful circuit pattern. So since mold is going to be the major focal area of my project, what I have done is, I kind of am doing some subtle things in the background. The stamping being one of them. And next, I'll be doing this subtle, this is a very fine printed masculine kind of a stencil. So I thought I'll use that rather than, using script just for some variety. You could have always used, this was another alternative. Like I could have used gears and um, handwriting and things like that because we are using gears here as well. So this mixed media stencil also goes beautifully. However, I have used that in couple of projects. So I thought today I'll show you, how beautifully this stencils as well. So before I move there, I'll just try this area quickly. Thank you, Vinita. Hi, Kanchan. So now that everything is dry, we'll move on to the next part, which is stenciling. Again, remember, guys, as I showed you in my picture, right? So this area is already going to be covered. So I'm going to do some stenciling here, which is this corner. I'm going to do some stenciling in the bottom because that is empty, and I'll do some in the sides. So that is where I'll be doing stenciling. I'll not do in the entire area. Now next I'll take this white texture paste and I'll take my spatula. Yes, Parvati, I agree. Versafine takes time to dry, but I feel that is the reason why, that is the reason why it doesn't dry in your stamp pad also. So, I mean, I am happy that they are giving me quality. But I agree, they do take time to dry. That's a problem. But I think that is because it's probably oil based. Not sure though. Hi, Rashmi. Guys, as always, if you have any queries in terms of what products I'm using or if you have any mixed media questions, please feel free to, query us. Me or Mona Lisa or Parvati, one of us will be able to help you guys. So the whole idea of these lives are that we demo these projects and as well as we demo our products and as well as, if you have any queries in terms of how this particular product works, etc., you can definitely ask that. So here you can see how this whole stenciling has come off. Even though it's white, I can see that, the camera is picking it up. And I will put my stencil in a pot nearby filled with water so that, my stencil doesn't dry out. Hi, Nipa. So I'll just quickly dry the stencil part and then we'll move on to sticking the molds and the elements. Thank you, Parvati. So now that everything is dried, like I can see the stenciling is quite dry, I will start moving to create my actual focal point using products. So first thing is I'll of course look at my reference that I have created here, and I'll start laying things out, and then I'll start sticking them. So I'm going to do like 2, 3 layers of things. So I'll first apply the base layer, which is, this frame and this like a label thing. So I'll first start putting bigger stuff that I have on my project. You can see some of my molds are broken. So while I was actually demolding them, a few things got broken here and there. But that's completely fine, guys. You can see this frame is half broken. Like the actual mold, if you see here, it has this complete frame. But at the end of the day, you will not even notice that the frame is half broken. That's the beauty of mixed media. You can create your own composition even with broken stuff. So, don't sweat if your molds do break. Like when you're demolding your stuff, it gets broken here and there because at the end of the day, while making projects, if you know how smartly to cover it, nobody will come to know. Okay, so this is how the things are going to go at the top. So I'll start sticking them. Now for sticking my products, right? Because these are quite heavy items and you need a heavy duty glue to stick them on your project. So for that, I will use this. Now, if you are a mixed media or a decoupage lover, you will always be in a need of a good quality adhesive, which will stick metal, plastic, resin, clay pieces, etc. Like this is a combination of resin, clay pieces, and even metal that I have here. So for that sticking, don't look further than this acrylic soft gloss gel. This sticks everything beautifully. Now that is what I'll show you here. Thank you, Parvati. Yeah, wings are my favorite as well. Like grungy frame, I was thinking how I'll incorporate it, but I really like how it is going with the picture. So that's why I decided to incorporate. So I'll start sticking stuff. So what I'll do is, you can see how this looks. I'll take some in palette knife and I will start putting them on the back of my pieces. Now, once this dries, guys, this is permanent. Like this will not come off until it's broken. So remember that, before putting, make sure that you properly align it and everything and then put it. So this is how I'm putting my gloss gel and then I'll stick it like so. Okay. Now, if you're doing these kind of 3D designing, altered mixed media stuff on top of a book cover, make sure that your book cover is also sturdy enough to take it. Like that is why I've selected this hard book cover because it's quite sturdy. So, Rashmi, the gel that I'm using is acrylic soft gloss gel. And yes, Vinita, it's proudly made in India by Craft Angles. So, we are super proud of it. Everything except the molds is all made in India, guys. These are all by Craft Angles, except Prima molds. That is by Prima that I'm using. The stamps, the stencil, everything is by Craft Angles. Yes, Vinita, this will also stick laces, fabric on your projects as well. This will stick everything and anything. It can also be used to stick metal, everything. It takes around 30 minutes to dry, but you can heat set it as well. So if you want to, like now, right now, I'll heat set it since we are doing live. So you can definitely do that as well. If you let it air dry somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes, it should be dry. Next, I'll use these pieces. What is it here? If there is always an excess, like how you can see over here, you can always take a knife and remove all the excess. Anyways, most of it is going to be covered by the patina paste that we'll be adding later on. So, not a problem. Now that our bigger, almost we are done with applying our bigger stuff, we will start sticking the smaller things into our project. And we'll also move on to adding the lower layer of the project, like, sorry, the second layer of the because you can see there is a gap here. I don't want people to see that gap, right? So I will start covering that. Then there is a gap here. I'll start covering that as well. But before I do that, I'll start sticking this photo. Now, ideally, I could have added a piece of chipboard here and then, stuck the photo here. But this frame is giving it good enough base for my photo to be stuck on top of it. So that is why I will not like put a chipboard inside here. You see that there is a gap here. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of covering it with another piece. So this will create like your dimensional project. So at the below you can see the wings and gears, and on the top I have added this keyboard. So here we have now started working on layers. Now we'll start sticking smaller stuff like nuts and bolts and things like that. Now this is a piece of metal nail that I'm using. And then I'll add some gears here and there just to mask the gaps. I remember my father used to play. My father used to love, playing with things like these nails and stuff like that. He was the plumber, the electrician, everything in our house. So I decided, these will look cool. So now here I'm just deciding on what should I put. I mean, we all would have that situation where our fathers would be the people who do all the handiwork in India. So I thought this would be like an ode to him where I stick gears and stuff like that. I think we are done with all the molds that I wanted to add. Everything is done now. So I'll just close this and we'll start drying everything. Later on, like I'm going to use this as a closure, but there's no need to stick it or anything, but this is how it's going to be. This is, we'll dry this now quickly. Thank you, Parvati. So, guys, while drying, make sure that you dry it properly, but especially around these areas, where you have more like 2, 3 layers going on. You have to dry these properly. And like if you have time, let this air dry for like 45, 50 minutes. So now we'll start moving on to the painting. Thank you, Mona Lisa. So for painting, what we'll be doing is, before I start painting, I just wanted to show you. So this was the book that you saw in the live picture, right? Where we had shown. Now this is more of a patina because I have added a lot of bronze, and then I did a lot of patina layering on top. Now what I am doing for this particular one is I want to leave some area white because my father does not like a lot of bronze. So the only bronze accent that I will have in this is going to be this frame and this metal, this thing. These are the two bronze accent that I'll be using. Rest everything I'll be doing like shades of blues that you see over here in Patina. But if you want to do pure patina, this is how it will come out. Like it's like your oxidized metal look. So your base will be metallic, which is copper in this case, and then you have these oxidized effect that you give on top of it. We will be releasing a video tutorial for this as well. So, you will have a tutorial for this too. So now what I'll do is I'll primarily start with green, blue, and dark blue. So these are the patina paste that you get. So it's a set of four that you get. This is the copper. So in four, you get like 60 ml of per color. And combining these, you actually create the whole patina effect. So this has actually texture as well as color in it, which when combined will give you beautiful patina effect. Now in this case, I'm trying to do more of a patina colors rather than patina effect because I'm not using a lot of metal here. So what I do is normally, ideally, whenever I'm doing such kind of layouts, I like to start off with dark blue color and then I layer on top of it with light blue and mint green color as accents. So that is what I'll be doing here as well. And thank you, Mona Lisa. That's so sweet of you. But I'm really happy with how this particular layout has turned out. So right off the bat, if you have been in our last live as well, you can see the difference that Parvati did it with black gesso. So that was very dark and grungy and moody kind of a patina effect that we got. And here we are doing it with white gesso. So here you will see that it's more of a subtle and lighter shades. So just by using one set of paste, just by changing the base that you use, whether you are using white gesso or black gesso, you can get different effects. It is not necessarily a patina per se, but it still gives you beautiful amalgamation of those colors because like the set of patina has some beautiful colors which go really well with each other. So my idea for this composition is that I will first now cover the 3D part of it. So molds and metals and resin, whatever we have added with dark blue color. And then we will start adding accent color on top of it. And again, you'll see that I'm not covering everything. Like I'll keep certain area empty because there I'll probably put mint green as base as well because I think that will be a good contrast. Now what I'll do is when I reach the edges, like in this case here, I have reached the edge and here I have reached the edge, right? What I'll do is I'll dip my brush in water. So it becomes a bit more lighter like watercolor and I will spread it over here. So this will kind of, end my colors in a subtle way. So you will get that light background on the edges and it's not very harsh. Like the end is not very harsh, like where your colors are ending. Now I'll go with clean water. And wherever we are adding that colors like a watercolored look, you can see that the stenciling is accentuated. So that adds another texture and layer on top of your project. Now, if you want to like blend your colors, you can definitely move on to next layer and blend your colors in between. However, I like to create more layered look, so I will dry this middle layer in between, and then we'll move on to other colors. Now I'll move on to light blue color, which is this like sea turquoise color. Yeah. And you can see like I am applying thick layers of it so that it will also give textures to the project. Then of course, you can add as many layers as you want, guys. That's the best part about these paste. You can like create a layered look. Again, the same thing, I'll take some water and lighten out the edges. So here I can see, that the wing area has less blue. So I'll just go back and take more and add it. Then again, what my idea is to kind of balance the blues and the greens. So here I have added some blue, here I have added dark blue, here I'm going to add mint. So, you can kind of play around with colors, but at the same time, try and balance out your colors so that no one color is overpowering whenever you're doing this kind of layouts. Now we'll move on to mint green, which is this beautiful. It's personally one of my favorite. It goes very beautifully with dark green. So that is what I'm using over here. Some over here. Again, I'll take some water and start blending the colors. So this is how it looks. And now I feel I'll need to add some areas where I feel I need to add a little bit of more dark blue. So that is why I'm going back with dark blue and adding it here and there. You can go back and add as many colors, as many layers of colors as much as you want. I think just add some blue here. Yeah, some blue here. That's it. We'll dry this now quickly. Smoothening the transition between colors, like wherever you feel that there is a too abrupt of a color change, like it feels like there is two colors which are like one is one color and the other is other, you can definitely mix them and blend them like how I have done here. So now that we have completed this part, we also need to like do the same thing on the clip, right? Because that is what we are going to use for closure. So what I'll do is I'll take this clip and I'll follow the same exact thing on the top where it's going to show through. So this is where, so I'll just paint this separately. I'm using the same three colors. However, here I'll be using some metallic as well. So I'll be using some patina, the bronze color. We'll try this as well. This is how it's going to be. And now I'll take just a little bit of bronze. Because I don't want to use a lot in my project. I'm just going to dry brush the area. And if you feel there is a little bit more added, you can definitely like, rub it off. That's it. And then I'll move on to highlighting these all beautiful textures that we have created, right? So for that, what I'll do is as I said, I wanted to keep a lot of this area white because I wanted it more subtle based on how my father likes the look. So what I'll do is I will use white gesso to dry brush some on this area to highlight the details. So what I'll do is I'll take another dry brush. This is not at all wet. I'll remove some gesso here on top of a like a scrap piece of paper or poly bag. And then I will simply dry brush it on top of the area to highlight the detailing that we did and to also highlight the patina textures that has come off. So do you see how those frames, the detailings, etc. is highlighted? I'll also add some here. This somehow brings all the texture to life and it will also create that layered look, which is very beautiful when it comes to mixed media. That is how it looks. Now you can see all the details which kind of had merged in. I'll just show you a close up. Then I need to move to next step. But before that, I really want you guys to see the close up because I feel the camera is not doing it justice. So here you can see what I'll do is I will switch off one of the light because it's too bright. You cannot see the greens. See all that green that you see over here, and then here. And here we have that turquoise blue shade, and here we have dark blues. Then next up, I want to add some splatters. So what I'll do is I will add some splatters of bronze. Let me just remove this. Now I feel again my bronze was kind of lost here. So I'm just going back with adding some bronze back just here in the clip part because I don't want it anywhere else. And then what I'll do is I'll add some splashes of bronze. So I'm just taking some water and diluting the same texture paste. And I'll protect my picture. Making sure I add splatters everywhere on the molds, on the background, everywhere except the picture. Thank you, Mona Lisa. I am really happy with how this turned out. I really like it without bronze actually. So I'll dry this quickly and then we'll move on to next. We'll add some sentiment on top of it, right? So what I have decided is I have cut out these two words that I think really go well. So this is part of Craftangle's journal words. So these are sentiment sheets. You get one sheet in black and one sheet in white. So this is the white one and this is the black one. As you can see, I'm partial to black. I have used a lot of those. So what I plan to do is like I will use one over here or I may use it here like memories and then we will put quotes here. Then I feel like, we need one more word because of the visual triangle. So I'm thinking I'll use this, which is called story. So I'll just quickly cut this. We'll do story over here and we'll do thoughts. Then we'll do memories over here. I think this looks pretty. It looks like a visual triangle is complete. So now I'll use the same soft gloss gel. Hi Firdausi. Hello Drishti. Welcome. Seen you after a long time. How are you? Yeah. So that's what sometimes, those three words, the visual triangle makes a lot of difference. So whenever, you're adding things, you'll see many designers doing it in like in a triangle shape and in a cluster of three. That's because it's a designing concept. It looks very pretty. Yes, Drishti, finally you made it. I'm well, I'm well. Thank you, Parvati. So now, if you feel that there is less amount of stamping, you can definitely go back and add some stamping or, do some stenciling as well. Now, personally, I really like how this turned out. I don't think it needs anything else. Probably, I think I'll just add some color over here. So I'll take some blues. Yeah. Yes, Parvati. It's just that I feel here the watercolored look is less. So just adding a little bit of color over here. Thank you so much, Rishti. Can you believe like a couple of years back, I used to not love coming live and now I enjoy being live and making projects. Indeed, a long way. Let everything dry. So, yeah. Thank you, Parvati. So, this is the project, and now we will put in the inserts back. So, how it will open is like this is going to be his book, which opens up like so. And then inside, he will have his inserts. So, I'll just show you one insert I'll add and show you. Oh, I still remembered I had to do one more step. Just remembered it. I know, Drishti, you know about how scared I used to be when I used to come live. So now I feel, we could add one more thing which can take it to next level and make it more vintage is to add these kind of corners. Now, this is, I feel, a very popular item on handmade website. I'm not sure if it is still available or not, but I think it should be, or maybe it is sold out. I don't remember. But like these are corners, and I have especially taken a few which are a bit faded. So you can see the color and the look, they are faded. Now that is what I wanted for this project. So I have kind of selected a few which were faded, and I went back and did some sanding on top of it to remove the shine as well. So that is what I will add in the corners. So to add them, it's very easy. All you have to do is like, press it, like put it and then press with a, normally I use a back of my scissor, a sturdy one, not this one. So I use this bigger scissor, which is quite sturdy. Or yes, I can use this also. So these pliers also you can use. So I'll just add these four corners, like I'll repeat the process for all the four sides. And I'll also probably do them in the inserts because they look really pretty, they kind of, you can see they alleviated the look just by me adding them in the corners. So if you are making such kind of project, always add such kind of small touches like the corners, this metal pin that will immediately alleviate your project, make it more vintage and more, very handmade and authentic looking. So that was the project. Let me again, try and show you because I still feel that you cannot see the grains. Yes. Now I think it's better. So I'll just show you the detailing again. And later on, guys, I'll be posting pictures once, I add corners and everything. So you can see the same. So this here you can see the mint green, the turquoise and the blue color, right? And then I have done this white dry brushing on top of it to bring out all the details. And here you can see the shine on the picture that we got with liquid glaze. This is again the turquoise blue, light blue color. Here we have done dark blue. Here we have bought mint color. Let me just see. I don't know why the camera is not picking up the green color. So here you can see the greens. And then, we have added these platters of bronze. The stenciling that we did over here, you can see all the details of the stenciling and the stamping that we did. So that's the project, guys. I hope, you like it. Yeah, now I can see. I don't know, it was not visible on my laptop. It's visible on the phone. So this was the Father's Day altered art book that I made. Thank you, Drishti. Thank you, Mona Lisa. So thank you, Aishali. So this was I will be posting pictures, etc. later on, but I love how it was done within an hour. Honestly, I did not think that it will be done within an hour, but it came out beautifully. And of course, all the details are not seen on camera, so I'll try and take very good pictures of them and post it on social media later on. And as always, with all our episodes of Crafty Gupshup, we'll be saving the tutorial as well on our YouTube and Facebook for this particular case. So, definitely you can go back and check it out on how this was made. But yeah, this was my inspiration for you all on the vintage theme, which was our block challenge this month. And also, I wanted to show you guys how beautifully, the patina paste work out. So I hope you liked how this particular thing turned out. And as always, guys, if you have any queries, please feel free to, ask questions. Sure, Vaishali. That is why, we try and save all the details. All our episodes are saved so that you can definitely go back and always, store. You can definitely go back and always look at all the tutorials. All the tutorials that we did with Parvati, with myself, the only ones which I did, all of them are stored. So you can definitely go back and check them again. But yeah, guys, that was the project. We will be back next week. I'm trying to bring in new faces so you can see what other people's also make with craft angle supplies. And of course, I will also come and share my projects now and then. Thank you, Vaishali. Thank you so much. We also love our taste and we really appreciate people liking them. So, guys, I'll be posting this on our Instagram, and I'll also take a reel and post where you can see all the details. So that was the project for today. Next week we'll be back with another tutorial. Let's see if it's mixed media, watercolor, decoupage. Like I have not decided yet. We'll see how it goes, but we'll definitely be back next Saturday. So I'll see you guys then. Till then, I hope you enjoy these tutorials. I'll see you back next week with some more inspirations. Take care, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my Father's Day take on the project. And if you do make something, similar or something inspired by our products, definitely do tag us, tag me. I would love to see what you have made. So that was the tutorial for today, guys. Take care. Bye bye. And you all guys have a great weekend ahead. I will see you next weekend. Bye.